Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So this, I believe, is part 3 of this Trifold folio that I've been making on video. So I will link, I think there's probably a playlist, or I'll link part 1 and 2 in the description box in case you've not seen this yet. Okay, so this is what I'm making. So since the last video, I'll just show you a couple of things that I've done. I've put some crochet along this spine. As you can see, it comes over both edges. So I've got that. And I've also put in 2 eyelets in this spine here, where my little notebook is going to go, or my journal notebook thing. And I've also made this off screen as well. Basically it's just a piece of cardstock which kind of goes with the colours. It's the same pattern down here, so it kind of went colours wise. So I've got that, and then just some faux tea-dyed papers and some parchment papers. I think there's probably 10 sheets in there. So 40 sides of writing. And then that is just a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Just very bog standard for that. So that's going to be my removable journal. So I want to get that in today with the elastic, so we'll do that in a second. But there's something that I want to do first, which is originally I thought I was going to put some crochet or lace along this spine as well, so here and here, because as you can see, look, this I needed to hide this where my measuring is terrible. But when I was trying it with this same piece that I've put down here, it just looked too much. And you could see it in this section as well. So I thought not to bother with that. Instead, I'm going to do something different, which is I've got a scrap piece. Again, it's probably scrap left over from making the notebook actually. And I thought we could have that as a side tuck down there, because I also don't want to lose too much of this fern. So we'll do that. And I thought I would also glue this piece on top. This is some ribbon, just to bring in some more of the green, the darkness and the ferns. So let's just quickly ink this whilst I say hello properly. So just going around here. So I've not actually worked on this little folio for about 2 weeks. The videos I think probably are closer together for you. But for me, it's been 2 weeks because I've been away on 2 trips. Lucky me. Okay, so I'm just going to use my beacon. It's like Fabri-Tac on the ribbon. It's thick ribbon, so I'm not worried about it seeping through. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get into this project again, because as I say, it has been a couple of weeks, but I made a few decisions before I went away, so I'm just coming back now to confirm them, these bits and bobs. So I'm going to try and aim for middle-ish, and I would like this to be straight if I can. I just thought this would darken it up a little bit, bring in some more of the green, and I love this ribbon. Isn't it nice? Really nice. Used eBay. I got it in a pack of things. I was actually trying to buy, I think it's called Nature's Gallery. It's like a paper pad and paper set. And a lady was selling on eBay her leftovers. So I managed to get a lot of the papers that, you know, she didn't want anymore. And it also came with some ribbons and other bits and bobs actually. Love eBay. Okay, so I think that's on there good. So that's going to go on there. And we are going to stick that down as a side tuck. So I'm going to do top and bottom, oops, with my art glitter glue, and then just along, whoop, this side. It's only going to be a very small side tuck because obviously I didn't want to lose too much of the fern, but at least that will tidy that part up now. You know, where we well, where I am not a very good measurer. Sometimes I have to do things like this, but that's the great thing about this craft, is you can just do, you know, you do you, and if you need to cover things up here and there, it might even add to your project in some cases. And then I've got this card, made these on video a while ago as well. And I'm not going to push it all the way in because I want to wait for that glue to dry, but essentially that's going to be the back piece. Okay, so that's that. Right, I think now would be a good time to get this thingamabobby in. So I'm going to use elastics. So I want this to be about roughly 2 times my folio height. Because it's elastic, it will stretch slightly. Okay, so I'm going to come in from the outside edge and come in from the outside edge of the top, like so. And because we've only got one signature, we can just tie it, you know, tie a knot. But I think I will get I'll get this in, and then I can be sure I'm tying it tightly enough. Okay. I want it to be tight enough that it will keep the notebook in place, but not so tight that you can't then remove it. Let me just check. Yep, that looks to be good. And there's plenty of room to remove it. So I'm just going to get rid of the excess here. And then, whoops, just make sure that that's nice and tight. There we go. So that's that. I think the only thing to say about this little notebook is I had to sort of be wary of where my eyelets were. So you want it to be, you know, you don't want to have the notebook be, like, it needs to be slightly smaller than where your eyelets are, so that it doesn't pull on it too much. I think I've explained that in a previous video as well. So I think that will be okay. As I say, it's only a little notebook anyway, so I'm not worried about things tearing too much. It shouldn't do because it's not a very heavy notebook. Okay, so that's that. I'm liking this. Okay, so I need to do a bit of decorating. And I think this was supposed to go on here. And the reason I'm doing this as a belly band, so this is going to be a belly band, is because I want to decorate the front of the notebook as well as this envelope here. But I didn't want to have to decorate front and back of the notebook because I thought that would be overkill. So now this is a linen effect paper. It's got like a texture on it, so I'm going to use my beacon. And this is just an offcut that I had left over from, if you'll remember, my forest waterfall journal that I did last year. This is what the cover was made from, so it's just an offcut. And I like to keep pieces like this because they make fabulous belly bands, side tucks, page edge decorations, you know, all kinds of manner of things. So love scraps. And I love to get to use them as well. It's a nice feeling. Because I'm thinking with this project is, you know, we're coming to the end of actually building it. Excuse me. And I still have, I'll just show you. This is everything that I got out to make this folio with. Leftover digitals, you know, bits of scrap card in, you know, greens and botanicals. Because I wanted to use as much of it as I could in this folio. now that it's built and we've covered everything, I don't actually need the rest of that now, apart from the odd piece of ephemera. So I think what I want to do is, as like a stage 4, I want to make some kind of set of things that might go with this, or be, you know, its own set of things. I don't know. But basically I want that pile finished as part of this little project I'm doing. So anyway, so that's my belly band. I don't have anything to go in it at this exact moment, but I do know that I have lots of things made, so something will go in there. Oh, one other thing that I did want to mention, sorry, it's because it's been a couple of weeks, so I really cannot remember where I was. If you remember in part 2, we made this little like accordion, like pouchy thing, which I love, and I'm glad a lot of you found that that was a good addition to it. I actually redid this off of screen because I wanted to cover any of the manila. So now there's no, you know, I've used paper all the way through, so now it's there's no manila showing at all. It's just because it was bugging me, so I thought I would fix that. Right, where are we at? So we need to decorate this and the envelope. Maybe add a bit of decoration there. That's already decorated, and I mean that's okay, but I think I'll probably, I think I want this to be similar to this, so I might do the same sort of decoration. That's already done, and that's already done. So we've just got a little bit of decorating to do now, which is good. So I need to find some bits and bobs like this. Believe it or not, I actually have some of these things out next to me. So I'm just looking for what I used there, because I'm thinking I might as well, I like symmetry, or at least like faux symmetry. So I would like them to be, you know, similar-ish. So let me just grab the bits that I need. Okay, so it looks like I've used this sticker, but I've torn it down, so I might as well do the same. So that one, and then I've got another sticker. I'm just copying what I've got over here, basically. Okay, so let me just ink this piece. And I've just found a Tim Holtz mushroom. I haven't got very many of them left actually, so I was lucky I had one that I think is the right kind of size. So that's a Tim Holtz one over there as well. They don't have to match exactly, it's just that I like, you know, because you can see those pieces together. I wanted it to be similar-ish. So let's go with that. Now I need to think about how I want to decorate the envelope and the notebook, because at this stage I'm not sure what I want from it. I'm sure it will come to me. It's one of those things, is I can't decorate until I see a project like together, like on its way to being something. So I find it very difficult to actually think ahead too much. I can think ahead to a certain extent, but I can't think ahead as much as what some people can. Okay, so that's those. That's my mushrooms, so that will go there. And then I'm thinking I'm going to want a word or a label to go here-ish. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to do some more digging in my stuff to find what I want to use. So I will be right back with you. Okay, there we are. That's the label I went for, so I've got those stuck down now. And I was just having a look around for things to decorate these two, you know, the envelope and the notebook with. And I found this in my stash. This is a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera. And I thought I really like that on there, just as is, because I like the colour of this envelope. So I'm just gonna ink it quickly, and then I think that's all that's gonna need. I did wonder whether I would collage it originally, but I just really like, colours wise, I just thought it looked really good. And it kind of looks like that's the notebook as well, you know, this faux leather notebook or something. So just trying to get that middle-ish. So that is as easy as that is. I really don't think it needs anything else on there. And then for the notebook, I was struggling a little bit because with just having that piece on there, I didn't then want to do the same thing on here. So I just pulled out a few things that I think might work. So, you know, we could go some kind of label with a fussy cut. So I've got some birds, which I'm not sure that one's quite right, so not that one. And I've also got some leaf fussy cuts, but I don't think that's, unless that can go this way, but I don't think that looks quite right. I'm thinking sort of in this corner or along the side. That's what I'm thinking. And it's one of those things where once you know what you want, that will be that. I'm trying to think what that is. It's like conkers or something. Chestnuts. I'm leaning more towards the bird actually. I think because of he's got a little bit of orange on his head and it's pulling out some of the orange from the butterflies. But I do feel like it wants something else. I don't feel like it's quite right. So let's have a little bit of a play. That just brings that out a little bit. Still wants something though, doesn't it? You could have, like he's sitting in, you know, something to do with the leaf. What do we think to that? I still feel like it's missing something. So that's a maybe. I was just looking over and I saw, you know, some pre-made clusters that I've got, which actually looks quite good. So let me have a look just to see if I've got anything like that. Quite cute. I've got all these clusters as well, but I don't think I want a circle. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the circle actually. Maybe I could build something with that. Or maybe I like this because it's got the book page behind it. So maybe I'm thinking that, but with the book page. Maybe that's what I like about it. So I'm gonna try that. Let me find some book page. Actually, wait a second. I wonder, I've got my scrapbooks in front of me and I'm thinking maybe I've got something in here. I keep forgetting that I've got this here. Sorry about my tickly throat, by the way. I'm just grabbing a few things that might work. Let's try something there. That tray, basically it's a shoebox lid. I'll just show you. I think it was Tanya from Tatty Treasure who showed that she was doing something like this. It's a shoebox lid and I just have it underneath, essentially I've got like a set of drawers. It's a laptop stand with drawers underneath it, and I just slide that underneath. It's like raised, so yeah, it works really well. I just need to remember that I've actually got it there. So excuse me whilst I fumble around. Okay. I was just, thinking maybe it was that I really liked the book text, so we're just going to see what happens, shall we? I'm just going to tear some of this off. And I've got this little brown paper, so yeah, let's see what we can do with this. Because I did like how this is looking. I just felt like it needed more, you know. Right, how to do this then? So I'm just going to grab my, I treated myself to a tear ruler recently, so that I didn't always have to do it by hand. So let's see if I can do it better with this. So I'm thinking that. As per usual, I'm just making it up. I'm making it up until I'm happy is what I'm doing. Okay, so if we had something like that, and then I just want to come down there. Okay, I'm not suggesting I'm going to have it like this, but I'm just going with it for now. And I'm going to use that as my background basically. So now these pieces that I had before are going to go in a slightly different position based on the background. And then I'm just going to do this so I can see. Sorry if I'm coming into the shot, but I'm just having a look. I think that's going to be what we want. So I think if I come along here like that, and then like that. Something like that. Yes, but I want this to be a bit smaller and I want this to be a bit thinner. Notice how quickly I forget that I've even got a tear ruler. I don't deserve these nice things. And then I'll just, oops, sorry, fumbly fingers. How's that? Yeah, so essentially we're just making up a cluster. I think that is going to be the thing that I want. Gosh, I really wish this tickly throat would go away. Get better, you know. So let me just check. Yes, I think so. I think I'm happy. As I say, I think it just adds a little bit extra to it with a bit of collaging and stuff. Don't know if I want some more book page. If I can get in there somehow. Come on. Yes, I think that's going to be good. So, right. Layer by layer, eh? And that's the thing with collage is you just basically go until you're happy with it. Taking layers away, adding layers, you know, eventually it comes together. I just thought it would be a little bit more interesting than, you know, as I say, that we've just stuck that on. So I did want to do something more. More for the notebook. Just going to bring that down a little bit because we're adding in this extra piece here. Collaging, you know, it's one of those things as I'm still learning with collage. You know, it comes really easily to some people. And some of you watching might even think that it comes easy to me. But I am still learning myself. But the thing that I like about collage is you just play around with it and eventually you find, you know, the thing that works for you and what you like. Just try not to glue everything to itself. Goodness. Should be able to sort that out later. Gosh. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Honestly, all day I've just been, you know, fumbly fingers and just, as far as I'm concerned, all over the place. But yeah, I don't know what that's about today. But not just with crafting, you know, with my words and with, I was trying to cook a bacon sandwich earlier and I was just, it's like I forgot how to cook. Oh, goodness. It's been one of those days, shall we say. I think it's just because I've got a lot on my mind. Actually today, the day that I'm filming is election day, our local elections here. So I've got that in my head. We've got somebody coming around to quote us for putting in a garage door. They're coming this afternoon. I've got these videos. I've just come back from a trip only a few days ago. And before that, obviously, I was away the week before as well. So I'm a bit out of sorts, you know, in that sense. Where do we want you, little birdie? Oh, I was going to have that behind, wasn't I? Was I going to have it behind there? Probably. So yeah, I'm a little bit, you know, all over the place. But no matter, we strive on, don't we? As I say, I just wanted to add this bit of green in for a bit of colour. And this piece is inspired completely by forests and greenery and all that side of stuff, so the more green the better. And you will be about there. So yeah, I've covered up my label a little bit, but that's fine. No biggie. So, do we think we're done, or do we want to add something else to it? That is always the question. Like, I don't know if I want to add, I something. I'm thinking if I've got one, I'm wondering whether I need to bring in a butterfly at this point. Okay, I went with this Tim Holtz butterfly, and then I also just found this little Tim Holtz piece just to add to it. So I think that's almost everything. I don't think I'm going to decorate down here. Excuse me. I thought maybe I might, but actually I think it's good to rest with the plain paper. Well, it's not plain, it's got leaves on it, but I think it's good not to embellish everything. And I like that you can still see all of this with that there. So that's all of that. I actually have this on my desk from, this is a video either coming up or it's just been up. It's a Shop Your Trash video, and I thought that could go in there. It's that was from a checkbook, I believe, and then just decorated up. So I thought might as well just get that in there. These pieces are just pieces of ephemera that I've got in my stash. There's the bunny. That's all done. We've obviously decorated that. That's already got stuff done. There's the elastic. I don't know if I should tighten that up a little bit, but that's looking okay. Oh yes, and then we did this earlier. So yeah, that's it. I mean, there's, you know, apart from maybe one or two extra embellishments, I don't think I'm gonna do much else to this little beauty. So that is the end of part 3, and for now that is all I'm gonna do on video. As I say, I do have that pile of papers still left over. So whilst I'm here, I was just checking. I think this side is a little bit bulkier than the other side, so it's a bit of a strange shape. But I think that was mainly me when I came to make the base of it. As I said, I was trying to follow a tutorial, and it wasn't really, you know, I wasn't able to listen to instructions. So it's a bit of a strange shape, but I think it's but I like it, and it's, you know, it's quirky, and it's homemade, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So anyway, that's that. As I say, I do still have, I mean, look at all this paper and scraps and things. I mean, this is just everything green from when I was working on my woodland fairy journal. So I've got a lot of like green stuff, and I really want to get these things used up, because otherwise they're just going to sit in my scrap box and all the rest of it for forever and ever. So I think what I will do is I'll have a rifle through this stuff soon, so that we can try and turn these into things and, you know, decide what I'm going to do with this stuff. So I'm going to have a little bit of a sort through, and then I guess part 4 will be trying to get this stuff used up as well, to make some ephemera to go with this, maybe a little bundle or something. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So for now, I will leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this little beauty come together. I'm really happy with it, considering it started off as a failed cannot follow tutorial type project. So yeah, I'm happy with it, and it's, you know, for me it's unique enough. It's me. You know, it's got all my stuff in, and I've been able to change it up from that sort of failed experiment type thing, and I think it's come together. I'm pretty happy with it. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing that, you know, seeing it come together. I suspect I'll probably do a proper flip through when, you know, after I've come to do the bundle of ephemera, and then we'll do a flip through of everything together. But for now, I will leave it there, whilst I faff with a bow yet again. And yeah, I'll say thank you so much for joining me. Thank you everyone to, you know, for those of you who've watched the series. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you like how this has come along. So we'll speak soon. Bye bye for now then everyone. See you soon.